Hello my friends, and welcome back to our blind let's play Ace Attorney Investigations Miles Edgeworth. My name is FlightlessBird, this is your story channel, and today are we at the end of the road? Is this the final confrontation? Well, possible for me to know, because I never played it, so there's only one thing to do, and that's just see how far we get. Yeah, let's do this, my friends. Yes, well, this time I will present to you the real piece that will prove my point. This is related to both the dressing room and to Mr. Cochin's murder. Hope you're all having a wonderful, fantastic day today. I totally forgot about this. I need to find something that's related to Cochin's murder, and that was in the dressing room, based on what I'm reading here. So let's see, what is related to Cochin's murder? Okay. Let's think about that. The knife? The knife was not in the dressing room, though. What else? The tunnels. But that's not in the dressing room. I mean, that's basically it, right? What about this? Because wasn't this used to transport his body? Aha! There we go. The pushcart that was used to move the body was right there in the dressing room. During the show, the pushcart awaited its turn to be pushed on stage in the dressing room. And it was finally pushed there, along with the Iron Infant in the last scene of the show. And then, right after the show ended, it went into Alabast along with the Steel Samurai. Which means now the only time the killer could have pushed the body inside the pushcart was when the pushcart was in the dressing room backstage. And that's when he saw the name of the special move. So basically, the killer has to be someone who visited the dressing room during the show? Precisely. Oh, but wait, what if, and this is just a what if, but what if the murder didn't take place in the dressing room? What do you mean, Kay? I have to admit, she brings up a valid possibility. During the show, the dressing room was supposed to be devoid of people. Anyone going into the pirate dressing room would stand out like a sore thumb. But despite that, the killer still managed to move the body with the pushcart. Correct. And it is because of the setup of the theater's dressing room that it would be the ideal location for the murder of Manny Cochin. Quercus Alba, during the show you went down to the dressing room, and I want to know why. Yes. Yes, I was there. I went into the dressing room. I knew it. Now I place you under arrest right now, pal. You got that? It's called arrest. Not so fast. What is it now? Don't I deserve a chance to display myself? No, you don't. You're totally guilty. Now shut up and just submit. Explain. What is there to explain? I believe I told you earlier that I went to the bathroom. Well, I got lost when I did. I wanted to ask the directions, but when I opened the dressing room door, no one was inside. And that's when I saw the name of the move on the whiteboard. You punk. Still trying to get out to this. Do you really think that you can get away at this point? Mr. Edgeworth, isn't there anything you could do to stop him? I don't have enough evidence on hand to do anything. I don't have the airtight evidence I need to put this man away for good. But if that's what I need, then perhaps Agent Lang, I believe an investigation of the dressing room in question is in order. It's possible that we may find new evidence there. Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth pokes around in there. I'm sure he'll find some new facts, pal. Oh, and if we use the little thief, we may even learn something from a recreation. We don't need to do any of that. What? Wolfie? How could you? I'm not saying this to be mean. It's just that we've already searched there. My men really are something else. And they found nothing. There's only one thing I can say to you, sis. And that's they found nothing. That's it. I guess you're right. If they had found something, they would have reported it to us. They couldn't find anything because there was nothing there to find. And if there's no info to feed it to Little Thief, then I can't do much to help either. Is this the end? The murder took place in this theater, which is not protected under extraterritorial rights. And the fact that it was Mr. Alba himself who committed the murder. If I can't prove both statements to be true, Mr. Alba walks away a free man. Is there no other course of action left to us? It would appear that your hand of cards has turned out to be a bust. Now, if you'll excuse me, because of you people, I missed my flight. Now I must make haste to arrange for a new one. Who said it? Who was it this time? Oh my god. All back to the rescue. Now I've seen everything. Ah, hold it right there, you whippersnappers. First Larry and now you. My day could actually get worse. What's with that scary monster like skull on your face, Edgy Poo? Don't treat me like I'm some sort of nuisance. I've been meaning to say this, but all of you keep talking about things I don't get at all. You're all leaving this lady in the sad, depressing, lonely dust I'm about to pry in. Why did you have to speak up right at this instant? But you know what, Edgy Poo? Cheer up. Because I'm about to give you the most wonderful thing. The most wonderful thing? From you? Ugh. It's so super special that I couldn't give it away to anyone, just, you know. My special present of love to my sweet Edgy Poo. Are you ready? Is this? It's the hot dogs. And? Yeah, there was never an all the dot moment. I think that was it. It's a box of those samurai dogs, right? Oh yeah, so Edgy Poo, here you go, and eat one and you'll feel as right as rain. Oh dear Lord. Oh my god, this is really getting on hand, Dots. Are these people serious, Dots? I am gonna whip someone really hard, Dots. I can't take enough of this, Dots. Are we through here with the Dots? Can we get back to the point of the case already? Why did everyone get so quiet all of a sudden? Edgy Poo! Tell me you understand the depths of this lady's love for you. I'm not one to hand out snacks willy-nilly, you know, no, sir. The thought occurred to me that maybe it would be good if I fed you more and you were nice and full. One day it's my duty to serve you some of my own homemade food. I mean, is it the desire of everyone to make sure that the beloved never goes hungry? That's why one experience. I'll tell you one thing, they used to say that I was gonna do this. I kept with her. I was going about halfway with her and then she just ran off the rails. Miss Edgeworth, can't you do anything about her? Thank you for interrupting, Kay. There is no power on earth that can force that woman into silence. But I'm so sick and tired of it. All you people do is look down on me. Even this box to send my dogs play me for a fool. It had a special design at its fan, just like the Japanese flag, so I thought it was special.
Ah, but when I ate one, it tasted just like all the rest. Oh, it made me so mad.
Wait, a special box with a Hinomaru-like fan on it? I've never heard of such a piece of merchandise existing before. And why does that matter? Edgeworth? However, there it is. The red rising sun on this fan is filled in. Is it possible? Could it be? After the show, the samurai dogs were piled up on the dressing room floor. However, there is no such thing as a rising sun dog. This contradiction of facts between something that should not exist and yet does. The rays from this rising sun may be just what we needed to point us in the right direction.
A present?
Hey, the studio bigwigs Mr. told us to play delivery boys.
We were supposed to hand the dogs off to the embassy people and tell them hi. I had to pile them all into the pushcart just to move them up.
I believe you understand what this means, correct? You killed Mr. Kochin at the theater and then placed his body inside the pushcart. And then, you forced the steel samurai to unwittingly move the body for you. It's time to piece the final pieces of this logic puzzle together. No matter how fragile or small the connections may be, once we've found them all, the way to the truth will be revealed. Are you kidding me? This is pancakes all over again, isn't it? This is pancakes! How did I not see something like this coming? Again, every time it's food, I miss it. And I still don't understand what the point is, but the bottom line is, it's always the food that seems to, like, get me. And a lot of you guys don't know what the heck I'm talking about, and then if I try to explain pancakes, it might spoil something for another game. But I'm pretty sure if Ashina Firemis is watching, she's probably giggling right now, going, pancakes. Yeah, I remember that, FlightlessBird. Anyway, what are we doing here? These two go together, right? I mean, look at the lump. See how it's much bigger now? So the steel samurai thought he was pushing hot dogs, not a body. The killer used the pushcart to transport the body, which means that they had to remove the samurai dogs from within first. Therefore, the samurai dogs that were piled up on the dressing room floor were most likely taken out of the pushcart by the killer. Okay? That which should not exist. This box of samurai dogs with a Hinomaru on it. If this red rising sun was filled in when the killer was busy removing dogs from the pushcart, then it's proof that the murder took place in the dressing room. As long as this red substance turns out to be what I believe it to be. Wendy Oldbag. I think the world just ended. Yeah. Yep. I think the world just ended. I thank you. What you have given to me is truly something very special.
Mr. Edgeworth, are you sure you're feeling okay, sir?
Mr. Alba, as I suspected, you killed Mr. Kochin in the dressing room.
How many times must I listen to you to repeat yourself? Haven't you figured it out yet? Your words are meaningless, worthless, and powerless. The only way I'm going to continue cooperating is with some definitive evidence.
That arrogance, that self-confidence. You believe that you've erased every piece of evidence that could incriminate you. However, there remains one piece here, and that is what will put you away for good.
Huh, you're bluffing. Oh, hey, Mr. Prosecutor. Sounds like you finally found them. You finally found the things we need to go after this guy's jugular. So tell us, what about the box of samurai dogs is going to put the old man away?
the trace evidence that will bring him down. Why it's here, of course. The red dot? The box, the samurai dogs with the rising sun fan on it. This should have never have existed. So I want you all to take a good look at this red spot. It's a single drop of blood. What? Really? Huh? What? Blood, you say? Agent Lang, I like this blood analyzed post-haste. I've got to admit, I'm a bit surprised. Can't believe we found blood in a place like this. Hey you, get this out to the lab, Pato. But why was there blood on that box to begin with? If we just think about the floor of the crime, I think the reason will become obvious. Larry, you said that you transported the samurai dogs with the pushcart, correct? Oh, yeah, you have great memory, Edgy. But that pushcart was a bit too big for my son, you know what I mean? So to make sure everyone could see him, I had to pile some stuff in. Figured the samurai dogs were there, so I used it to fill up the cart. If what Larry says is true, then what were those boxes doing on the floor? I see. The killer took them out in order to place the body in the pushcart. Exactly. And that is when I believe the victim's blood found its way onto that box. But when my men investigated that room, not a single box to send my dogs was in there. Because embassy staff members had already confiscated them. Yes, no doubt to hide the evidence of the murder. It's a good thing Miss Olbach managed to steal that one box before they got to them, huh? Looks like Miss Olbach also managed to put this great deed to shame. Oh, what a scandalous way of putting that. I didn't steal. I received it from myself. Yes, that's it. Quercus Alba, I'd say this was one very fatal oversight on your part. Sorry to rain on your little love fest, however. How can you be so self-confident in a no-win situation for him like this? Even if that blood turns out to belong to Mr. Gochin, well then what? Huh. So, Mr. Edgeworth, sounds like he's not ready to call quits yet, huh? The sole piece of evidence that was left at the scene of the crime. That alone has shed light on a new fact. At the very least, we now have proof that the murder occurred in the dressing room. And? You say that like it means something. Huh? Excuse me, sirs. Report. What were the results of the analyses? Sir, the analysis came back and confirmed that the red substance is blood. I knew it. With this, Kwekasaba. Mr. Edgeworth, I wonder if you might humor my question. Your question? The one from before, or have you forgotten? Even if that is Miss Coach's blood, what difference would it make? Like we already told you, it proves that the crime scene was the dressing room. But it doesn't prove that I am your killer, does it? That's... he has a very good point. The blood on that box doesn't prove that Mr. Alba is the killer. Then this evidence, it's meaningless? That can't be. We're so close, sir. I want to smack that smug look off his face. Come on, there's got to be something that we can do. We finally found a solid piece of evidence. There must be something I can expose it with. I can't think of a single thing. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be on my way. Alright, who's saying hold it this time? Who was it? It's too late. I won't allow anyone to stop me now. It wasn't me, pal. And it wasn't me this time either. It wasn't me either. It was me. Who the heck was that? Why did you... It was a forensic guy? Really? Because I haven't finished reporting everything to you yet, sir. There's more. What? Hurry up and spit it out. So weird for the forensic guy to get some spotlight. Is this either summoning files already? I mean, all of a sudden? Yes, sir. That blood that I mentioned. Is that of the same blood type as the victim's blood? What? No. What? What? What do you mean it's not the same type? You mean it's not the victim's blood? If it is, it is. Then who the heck it is? I don't know, sir. All I know is that it's not the same blood type as the victim, sir. What should we do now, Mr. Edgeworth? I have no idea what's what anymore. Neither do I. My, what an amusing turn of events. That blood job proves something to be true, alright? Namely, my words. And which one of your words would that be? Are the ones which I say that your words are meaningless, worthless, and powerless. Well, that blood has nothing to do with the murder investigation whatsoever. Need I remind you that the blood got onto that box long before it entered my embassy? What sort of nonsense? Yeah, it's blood, pal. There's no way it's not related to the murder. Haha, so you would like to believe. But what if someone preparing the same dogs had a small nosebleed? Well, what then? I guess that's possible. Dang it. Have we been wasting our time on a red herring? The blood doesn't belong to anyone connected to the case. That should be clue enough. What if it's his blood? Because remember, he was bleeding, right? He stabbed himself in order to claim self-defense. So what if this blood is what got on the hot dog? That would put him at the scene of the crime. Quicker, Saba, you bastard! Silence! Don't you ever address me with such a filthy word again. I've wasted enough time here with you, and you have your answers. Now, let me through. Alba! Doesn't matter where you run out to, you'll never escape me. Someday, I'll have the satisfaction to sink my fangs into you, you'll see. And all of Interpol will be behind me, working to see to it that a day comes. Do you know what your words sound like to me? Sound like the whinings of a pathetic loser of mutt. Aroo! Is this really the extent of all that we can do? Is the blood really from someone completely unrelated to the case? Or is there another possibility, someone other than the victim? Just when I thought I had him backed into a corner, it is I who has been backed into one. In a situation like this, what would that man do? What would he, who could turn any desperate situation around, do? Turn it around? That's it! I must turn my way of thinking around. Is that whose blood is this? It's whose blood could get onto the box like this. And if I think about it that way... Go get him, Edgeworth. The blood got onto the box when the body was being pushed into the push cart. Then the owner of said blood must have been in the dressing room at the time. And there is only one person that could be. Well, I must praise you for trying so hard. It's because of you kids that I was removed from center stage. And will be forced to live out the rest of my life in the shadows, unfortunately. But it's not a total loss, as the underworld will allow me more freedom than you ever knew. Freedom, like what the raven feels like as it flies through the dark night sky. You can't lay a finger on me, not now or ever. The arm of the law is powerless before me. Powerless, is it? I wouldn't be so sure about that if I were you. What do you mean? Allow me to describe you in one word. Pitiful. Pitiful? How so? Quercus alba, your wings were clipped long ago. Oh, that actually does. And for someone who's trying to fly away on them without noticing that fact. Pitiful is a perfect word to describe you. Huh, mere words. What do you mean by his wings are clipped, Mr. Edgeworth? Just what you think it means, Kay. We had already caught him in our trap a while back. With an incredibly powerful, definitive piece of evidence. Hey, ultimate prosecutor, care to speak English? What are you talking about? What piece of evidence? The piece I speak of is, of course, this drop of blood. But we know that's not from the victim. I don't see how it remains relevant to the case at all. Miss Von Karma, I believe that is exactly why it's very important to the case. And the part that is the most important is the fact that it's not the victim's blood. What? You're looking a little pale. Good. Then I believe you're already aware of what I mean. Then you know who the blood belongs to? Of course I do. This piece of evidence is the irrefutable proof that will stop the killer in his tracks. The blood that soiled this blocks of samurai dogs belongs to this person. Former ex-ambassador Quercus Alba. The blood of the rising sun on this blocks belongs to you, Quercus Alba. Grr! What? Why is his blood on the box of samurai dogs? He's not even a victim. The blood fell onto the box when Mr. Coach's body was being loaded into the push cart. At that time, the only two people in the dressing room were the victim and his killer. So that's what you mean. If the blood doesn't belong to the victim, then there's only one other person it could belong to. Yes, and that person is the murderer himself. And that's the only logical conclusion. Ah, but Mr. Cochin was the one who was stabbed, sir. Why would Mr. Alba have been the one who was bleeding? What if, during the murder, Mr. Cochin had fought back? You mean, if before Mr. Alba could kill him, Mr. Cochin managed to wound Mr. Alba? You know, I didn't think about that. I thought that he wounded himself as a means of self-defense, but no. Yes, and I believe we have a piece of evidence that proves that he was bleeding then. What is a piece of evidence that shows that Mr. Alba was probably bleeding at the time? Obviously, that right there. Mr. Alba, you bear on your body a great wound. That was someone domesticating attacked me with a pair of scissors. Yeah, and that happened way after he was in the dressing room. But is that what really happened? You can manufacture a weapon by smearing blood on it, so I can't just accept that as a fact. Shall we try a test, Mr. Alba, and see if the shape of your wound matches the scissors? You really are something else, Mr. Edgeworth. You don't let a single thing slip by, no matter how insignificant the possibility. You want to talk, Mr. Alba, except I'm so much better than you. You managed to give the law the slip for 10 years as the smuggling rings later. No matter the danger, you can hide every last ounce of fear and anxiety from everyone. You truly are a one-of-a-kind criminal. I am the master of my fear. However, to think that a person such as you could miss such a large thing. You believe I've overlooked something. You say that my wound was caused by Mr. Cochin. And that was caused here in one of the theater's dressing rooms, right? Yes, that is correct.
I'd like to point out that it's simply not possible. My wound is a stab wound, and one that could only have come from a blade. I wonder where you will propose that such a weapon came from.
Ah, the theater was packed with security guards. It would have been impossible for anyone to come with this area.
Sorry, I got the hams there as I was meant to do Fence's voice. Let me try it again.
It would have been impossible for anyone to come into this area with a weapon of any sort.
Just as Mr. Alba was able to bring in the alabaster knife and a bouquet, there must have been some other way to sneak in a weapon of some sort. But as long as you can't prove what the other way was, all you talk about, Mr. Coach sent me, is pure nonsense. So the other way does exist. You better hurry and tell me now.
With pleasure.
Wait, what?
This piece of evidence shows how Mr. Cochin brought a weapon into the theater. Is it the same? Is it the same evidence as before? Using this, Mr. Cochin was able to bring a weapon into the Theatrum Neutralis.
Oh, really? Would you care to show me exactly how he did using that?
That's curses. Can't think of a single way to use this.
If you had no confidence in the answer,
you'd have been better off thinking a bit more before picking some, you idiot!
The double team efforts are worse than Larry and that old lady. Alright, well, let me drop a safe here. And that way I don't lose too much of my HP bar. Alright. Let's see. Please excuse me, this time I'll show the evidence you desire to see. Evidence that shows how Mr. Cochin brought a weapon into the theater. Well, if it's not the picture. The knife? No, it's not the knife. How did Mr. Cochin bring in the weapon? How did Mr. Cochin bring in the weapon? The weapon is Yatagatsu's key. Among law enforcement, this piece is known as the Yatagatsu's key.
That key!
That's the key my father stole from here 7 years ago.
And it is very unique, and that is both a key and a knife.
Yes!
Exactly! Meaning that under the guise of a key, it could have been easily brought into the theater. Boom! That's how we stuck it in. Grrr! You couldn't dispose of the knife that stabbed you. Therefore, you wiped out the blood and placed it back in Mr. Cochin's pocket. After all, the key itself opens the safe in his office. And inside that safe, there was a document about Cadopian papers signed by Mr. Cochin. In order to make it look like Mr. Cochin died as the leader of the smuggling ring, you had to make it so that the police were the ones who opened that office safe. All that hard work to save yourself only served to destroy you in the end. Shall we try matching this knife's blade with your wound, Mr. Quercus Alba? Gotcha! And that is what some may call the coup de grace.
Yes!
Impossible! You can't take me down! Swine, all of you! Especially Medi Cochin! This is all because of that man's betrayal! He sought to steal control of the smuggling wing from me by removing me as ambassador, and boom!
Boom! That's what we call a confession.
Which is why I deserve to die while bearing the guilt for all my crimes for me. That's why I sent out the Yatagatsu's card and how this incident was born. Me was supposed to be the smuggling wing's leader who was killed by the Yatagatsu. But I had yet another reason. Yeah, I know the story that was supposed to play out. May's death was supposed to bring everything to a close. And I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling kids and that little puppy. You meddling prosecutors.
Mr. Alba, I'm afraid there is one more question I forgot to ask.
And what's that, Dutz?
This country's or Alabas, which country's court would you like to face first? Either way, it's game over for you.
Ha 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 ha! Edgeworth!
Gotcha. I don't know what that was. I don't care. I'm excited. Finally got him. Finally. March 17th, 11:21 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 2.
Whew. This is it. The big day. It's Mr. Alba's trial today.
And next week, he's scheduled to stand trial in his own country of Alabasta. Francisca is heading that one. I suspect she'll be serving a full course of whiplashes at it.
Having to face Miss Von Karma in court right after facing you, sir? I don't even want to think of what that would be like. I caught a glimpse of Mr. Alba as he was being escorted into the courthouse. And boy, he looked about as glum as I did the day before I got my monthly paycheck.
Oh, the victory music. So good.
I've been thinking. That flight attendant and even Mr. Portsman were all Mr. Alba's secret agents.
Correct. That smuggling ring was a common thread between all of the incidents. Cammy Meal was to provide support during smuggling ops, using her job as an attendant. And Mr. Portsman was to manipulate trials related to the ring to end in their favor.
Arg! I fly airlines and even the prosecutor's office? No one was safe from the smuggling ring, huh, sir?
I suspect there are even more members of this ring spread throughout the world.
Well, yeah. Sounds like such a big op. I can't even begin to imagine what it's like.
What is it, detective?
Nothing. It's just, well, come to think of it, Mr. Ernest Amano's trial is also scheduled for later today, sir.
I'm aware of that. Mr. Amano has been working with the smuggling ring now for over 10 years. He used the Amano Group's various connections worldwide to assist the ring. But all of that has come to an end as this conglomerate is now undergoing harsh scrutiny. I owe Mr. Amano a debt of gratitude, but he also must pay his debt to society.
Well, with the rest of both Mr. Alba and Mr. Amano, I guess that about wraps up the KG8 incident as well, huh?
I suppose so. The real killer in the KG8 incident 10 years ago was Manny Cochin. And 7 years ago, the killer in the second KG8 incident was Matt Grell. Those two facts are the unshakable truth, however. It seems that a lot of effort was put into hiding these and other truths from us. And I will expose it all at the trials today.
You're solving cases left and right today, aren't you, sir?
Sissy you, indeed, dead man. Perhaps now these two brave souls who try to make the truth known can rest in peace. By the way, I received some gifts from Ambassador Polano. Alright, time has come. Ambassador Polano? I'm sorry. I thought you were dirty. I thought you were possibly the murderer. I thought you were possibly even the ringmaster or the ringleader. And in the end, you, sir, are a hero. So for that, you have FlightlessBird's deepest apologies. Shrimp, crab, beef. I don't need any of these, so I'm giving them to you. What do you eat then? I mean, this is good food.
Ah, what? Seriously, sir? Ah, wait, actually, I don't think I want them anymore. The way you're holding them? Ah, don't tell me they're just coupons, sir.
Detective Gumshoe, have you not read the paper recently? Ever since the two countries became Canopy again, its economy has changed. Oh, is their entire economy now just coupons?
Ah, really?
And it seems that Ambassador Plano has reaped a few benefits of his own from it. He has been announced as the official ambassador for the newly reunified Codopia. Ah, but what a pity. Even though every item he set is a treasure, you don't seem all that interested. Well, if you don't want them, I can give them to my lovely assistant Kay.
Who is this? Ah, wait, that's not what I said. So, Miss Edgeworth, please let me have them, sir.
Is that Plano?
Actually, come to think of it, where is Kay? How come she's not still here? Kay! Hey, you gotta be more alert than that. Eek!
So is now she the assistant to Plano?
I can't believe you didn't notice. I was even mimicking Mr. Edgeworth's voice for a bit.
Oh, is that who was speaking? Okay.
I totally didn't notice you. I realized that voice was you.
Legacy says, ferocious love blooms with each new spring.
Agent Lang, a pleasant surprise to see you here.
It's been a long time since I set foot in a courthouse, but I wasn't going to miss.
And some of you guys owe an apology to Lang. He was a hero too. And Old Bag. Ugh. Alright, I think I apologized to enough people today.
Watching the guy who screwed up my country finally get what's coming to him. Well, that is something else. I want to see you in action in court.
Is that so, Agent Lang?
We flushed out all of the counterfeit bills, so Zing 5 is finally at peace again. And it's all thanks to you, so I just want to say thanks.
Wow, I never thought I'd see the day on Wolfie says thanks, Mr. Edgeworth.
So when she was mimicking Edgeworth, she was calling herself his assistant. I wonder what's going to become of Kay. Like I said, I would like to see her become a detective. I should be the one thanking you, Agent Lang. If you hadn't negated Mr. Alba's extraterritorial rights, I would not have been able to bring him to trial. I believe the victory belongs to the both of us in this case.
A shared victory, huh? Look, don't get me wrong. I'll still never forgive you prosecutors. And how's your interest in that true thing you can talk about in court? I've always done things my own way, and that's not about to change. You got that?
I see. Well, I believe you should follow your own creed when you do your job.
Yeah, and if there's ever someone your precious truth can't catch, feel free to sit around and cry about it all you want. But as for me, I'm going to get that person no matter what.
Heh, alright. It's about time for the trial to start. I will see you later.
I'll be watching your performance in the gallery. I'm looking forward to this.
I prepared a whole ton of ticker tape for today's victory, sir. I'll help throw some around when Mr. Edgeworth wins.
Ha ha ha, hope you got enough. Because I'm going to call my man up as well.
A modest amount of ticker tape goes a long way. The scene shifts to the courtroom, and the final act of this long case begins. The legend of the great thief Yatagarasu. It is a story of those who chose to dedicate their lives in pursuit of the truth. Prosecutors are those who seek a guilty verdict for the defendants they meet, and to that end you had no choice but to win by any means necessary. The creed was forced on me since I was very young. However, I can no longer think that is all we prosecutors are. And that is because... Hate how they go so fast like that sometimes though. Slow down, slow down. Even though I've only been away from the courtroom for a short time, I feel as though it's been a lifetime since I set foot in one. And today, more than any other day, I feel the fight within me rising. Huzzah!
You know, I really would have liked to have seen a scene though, where we had something about Kay. You know, to see maybe something of her finishing. I'm really in Mr. Edgeworth's debt for the other day. Thanks to him, I'm still free to serve in the friendly blue skies. Oh, so about my suitcases. I've been selling them on the internet and they've become a real sensation. Thanks to the praise the art world has lavished on my work as being truly postmodern. The airline has chosen me to design the new line of I-Fly jumbo jets. Just think, someday we'll be able to take a ride in my pink-walled, yellow-seated jet. Oh dear God. Well, maybe we'll still see what's going on with Kay here. I may have jumped the gun.
Edgeworth, that rudest of a rude man. Because of him, my time and money is wasted. But more importantly I received the most fantastic treasure recently. The primitive statue of the Principality of Courtroom. It weighs a bit light in my hands, but the Ambassador Palermo was most generous.
Ah, Plano gave him the fake. Oh, that's hilarious. They finally caught Agent Hicks' killer, and I was able to witness Mr. Alba's teary eyes. It feels good to finally bring everything to a close. I received another offer from Interpol to work another case in collaboration with them. However, the Cadopian courts await. Go get him, Karma. Go get him, Francisca. Cadopian's air is supposed to be very fresh, so my vimp should find him vigor there. Agent Meeks? This little patrolman has fired as of today, sir. I thought it was safe since we found the gun I had dropped. But I hadn't noticed I had dropped my police badge too. I guess what really broke the camel's back was that I couldn't find my badge. My little life has suddenly chipped into a dark black hole, sir. I think I'll go to the courthouse and file a complaint with Waffles Man. Poor guy. Poor guy. I guess not everyone gets a happy ending. Especially Alba. And, Miss You. Emma! I love Emma. We need more Emma. I was actually hoping to talk with Miss Edgeworth a bit more than I did. But I've got to get going and return to Europe. I still got a long way to go and a lot of stuff to study there. Next time I help Mr. Edgeworth on a case, I'm going to do it as a real forensic scientist. I'm sure he's going to need all the help I can give him, scientifically. I hope she's in more games. I really love Emma. Emma's great. Or Emma. Emma. Man, I always say her name wrong. But I love her. She's great. Because the kidnapping was staged, I was let off easy. But I won't be going outside much anytime soon, but that's really okay. The only person I'm forever trapped in is a cage of love. Oh, the guard down at the detention center. Well, when he's on guard duty, he has such a cold look in his eyes, just like that prosecutor. Oh, stop it, Lauren. Oh, when will you ever learn to stop being a prisoner of love? Oh. Oh, we got a pay raise. Hey, it's the judge.
Well, it appears there are sorts of adjournment that take place outside the courtroom. Since the judges are here day in and day out, I've only heard a few rumors, but apparently Mr. Edgeworth teamed up with a thief and became a detective. Maybe I should team up with a bailiff and try to become a lawyer or something.
That's great. Hey, the two of them. Aww. Hi, Bird. Whew, I barely escaped death yet again. Ah, yeah, but boy, were we lucky to have Mr. Edgeworth help us out, huh? Yeah, but because I lost the key, I got fired from my security guard job. Ah, don't let it get you down, Maggie. You still got me. You're right, sir. I won't be sad. I'm going to pick myself up and get through this. I wonder what my next job should be. Oh, this is actually kind of fun. Maybe we could be the Pink Princess. I think she could do the Pink Princess. That'd be cool. Oh, why not come to Codopia for some vacation? We have coupons aplenty. Right now, our embassy is proud to present a Let's Investigate a Murder show! Although recording that particular case has created a few small fires of its own. Then we had a few problems with the fire marshals, but the next event will be great. It will be an attraction entitled Capture the Yatagaratsu. Of course, I hope to enlist case help in creating our latest attraction. Oh dear lord. And I can't believe that Mindy ditched me and went to Japan. But it's okay, because that's how I met Miharu. We're planning to go to Paris soon and start a business. We're going to sail Blue Ocean Dogs. They'll sail like hotcakes, hot dogs for sure. A blue hot dog and a blue bun, guaranteed will turn your tongue and your face blue. I know I'm not really the type to work a lot or at all really, but oh, so I noticed I really haven't seen the guy in the blue suit at all recently. I wonder what's up. Well, next time we meet, I'm gonna make him meet one of my dogs. Got a new girl, just like, well, at least he's not chasing after Kay. I'm okay with that. Today, I gave testimony in court today, as a member of the Yatagratsu, Yo, Mr. Bad, you look well, all things considered. By the way, have you noticed the elements within the ring have begun moving? They're probably fighting over who should succeed, over who should be the next boss, Although, to be honest, I wish I could forget I'd ever heard of that smuggling ring, Lexi says, thoroughly bite the poisonous snake from head to tail. No one runs afoul of the law and escapes his wolf's fangs. I'll get all you yet. Youth, when did I become so old, I wonder, I began noticing the gray hairs in my beard more, thinking of retiring my mirror, I was the Pink Princess and the Pink Badger all in the span of 2 days. Talk about busy. But it's alright because I got a letter from my beloved Edgy Poo. Please take care of your hip and not when you wish to speak. First take off your headpiece. What does it mean by that last statement? It's not like I enjoy being under headpiece every time I see him. I've been an alien, then some creepy fuzzy pink animal, and then it was a Pink Princess, a great hero, just about ever since we made out with the sunshine of my head, although I have the power of the web, I have no idea. Oh, God. March 17, 4:33, High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. Whoop whoop! I feel so much better now that the trial's over. And as always, your legal prowess was top notch, sir. Yeah, nothing beat the look on Mr. Alba's face when he revealed the ring's secrets. I was amazed. You're like a totally different person when you step into a courtroom. Mr. Edgeworth is always 10 times fiercer in court. Based on the information Mr. Alba offered up, they began large-scale operations to clean up the rest of the ring, which I'm happy to lead Francisca and Agent Lang. So what are your plans now, Kay? Well, we're taking care of the creep who killed my father, so I'm not sure. Hey, I know. Maybe I'll just keep on being Mr. Edgeworth's assistant. And are you still trying to steal my job, pal? Just kidding, just kidding. I can't steal something so important to you, Gummy. Phew. What a relief. Okay. Yes. Even after all that's happened, are you still planning to become a great thief? Of course. But I don't want to tarnish the legend of the noble Yatagatsu. So I'm going to hold off doing anything until I make a tight 3-person team of my own. And a 3-person team? A 3-person team of young beauties the same age as me, if possible. Oh, dear Lord. With those criteria, I highly doubt you'll find the 2 other people you need. Please don't involve Maya in this. My father chose to fight for the truth. I think that's what was so noble about him. So you see, Mr. Edgeworth, the only thing I will ever steal are the truths that have been hidden away. I'm going to work extra hard to make a world where the Yatagatsu isn't needed. I think that's... You know what? I think that's a wonderful dream, Kay. Let's both strive for such a future. Well, I guess it's time for me to get going. I see. Okay, keep your chin up and stay strong, okay? And don't be a stranger. Don't worry, I'll be back. I'll be sure to break the lock on the window and stick in. If you could, I'd appreciate it if you came in through the building's front door. It's okay, Mr. Edgeworth. Lock on my window at home has been broken for forever. Oh, one last thing before I go. Let's take a group picture, just the 3 of us. Yeah, a commemorative photo. Every big case has to end with one. No. Aww. Hey, why not? Don't tell me you're camera shy, Mr. Edgeworth. Of course not, Detective. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm taking the picture now. Hey, come back here. Mr. Edgeworth, can't run away from this, sir. Okay, Detective Gumshoe. Stop that, I can't be seen doing that. Okay, I'm totally taken out. Say cheese. And thus, the long tale of the KGA incident came to a close. It saw the demise of a smuggling ring and the birth of a little great thief. But there is little time to rest and relax. For I am eager to tackle the investigation into a new case. The reason for my eagerness is my want to pursue the truth and my want to believe in the strength of those who use the power of law for good. As someone who has chosen to live my life as a prosecutor, that is my new creed. Aww, look at that. Such a great picture. Are we gonna get to hold it in a 6 case gonna begin? No, we're not. That's it, my friends. This is the end. This is our final episode to the Ace Attorney Investigations Miles Edgeworth Volume 1. Because yes, we will be playing Volume 2 on the channel after we play through 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim, which will probably start sooner than normal. I am off this week, which means I have more time on my hands. So yeah, expect a new visual novel coming at you quick. I've heard that it's part visual novel, part RPG, part SRPG. I have no idea where to put it in my time slot, so I just decided a long time ago I'm gonna put it here. I've been waiting to play this game for over a year now. Like, no joke. It's been about a year since I've been waiting for this game, so I'm excited for it. As for Ace Attorney Investigations, great game. I love the arcing story. I said that before and I'll say it again. I love games that have arcs. One of my favorite sci-fi shows of all time is Babylon 5, and my favorite Star Trek show is Deep Space Nine. Why do I like those shows so much? Because they have an overriding arc that extends from one story, one season to the next. And I like how all the cases come together at the end. I really enjoyed that case. Like I said, I love how they all came together at the end. I love how Quercus Alba fought to the bitter end and he just kept fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting. That was really cool that he just would not give up. But it didn't feel like the previous unending case at the theme park. Because in that case, I thought that case should have, you know, been over like 3 hours before it was over. But this one I felt like it went the right distance, because part of the reason I say that is because this was like 2 cases in one. You had the case about Callisto U, and you had the case against Alba. So because of that, I didn't mind that this case went long. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. I really enjoyed this. I like the characters. I really like Kay. She was awesome. I wonder if she'll be back in Investigations 2 or not. But you know, overall, this was just a really strong case from top to bottom, with a lot of twists, a lot of turns, a lot of great character moments, everyone coming together. The fact that everyone had a chance to shine, Von Karma had a chance, Lang, even Larry and Obag. It was just so cool to see that was a giant group effort to take down Prekus, Alba, and the smuggling ring in the end. And then that scene where they were talking about, you know, the previous cases and how those fed into this case, I really enjoyed that. I had a lot of fun with this game. I hope you guys did too. If you did, go ahead and hit that thumbs up to say that you like this video. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. I mean, if you sat them out and watched all, 42 episodes? Yeah, subscribe to the channel. I'd love to see you here. Comment in the comment section below. What did you think of this game? What did you think of these cases? What were your favorite cases overall? Go ahead and order them. I will not order my cases just yet. I'm going to have a ranking video for this series after I complete the second game. The second game, by the way, is going to be on the 3DS, because I don't know of any other way to play it. And I don't know how to emulate that. So between now and then, I'm going to have to learn how to do that, which I know other people have done. I just don't know how. So I'm going to have to learn. Do want to give a special thanks before we go to our wonderful, amazing, fantastic, just life-changing Patreon supporters of the channel, ChinoQT and Techno Trouble. Thank you two so very much for supporting me and everything that we do. If you would like to become a Patreon supporter, link is in the description below. Also want to give a huge thanks to everyone who's commented on this series as we've gone through it. There's just too many people to name. I can't, but you know, if you commented on a video, if you hit the thumbs up on any of the videos, if you watched any of these videos, I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't tell you how much you guys have changed my life, and I mean that. You all are the #1 YouTube community in all of YouTube, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart, because you matter so much to me, and I'm just so grateful for you. And with that said, my name is FlightlessBird. This is Story-Based Gaming Channel. Until next time, my dear friends, so long, and take care. Thank you for watching this video. Feel free to comment on what you saw and what you'd like to see next. I always love to hear your thoughts. But before we go, please remember that you matter, and you are brilliant, and you are loved, and you should always be true to yourself. Never let the world tell you any different. Much love to you from your friendly, feathered, flightless bird.